Hello everyone and welcome to today's edition on Python Tips. Today we are going to look at what the statement if underscore name equal to underscore main means and how we can even utilize it in our program. So let us quickly print the terminal what underscore name even is. So let us run it, and before I even run it, I have only created two files here, one.py which had this one until I type this, and this 2.py is completely blank. But if you look at my Explorer to the browser to, you see that I have a files directory here, folder here that contain a tests.txt which only had this statement, Mary had a little lamb, and they will all come into play in the course of the video. So let me introduce you to that, and then when it's time to use it, you know. So print name, and then we'll run it and see that it prints main to the console. That means that main is the value of this special variable main. And why am I even calling it a special variable? Let us put a breakpoint here by clicking here just after the number. And in this term, when we right click, we don't choose run, we choose debug. When we choose debug, let us bring it up. We'll see that down here we have what we call special variables of the file that we are running. So when we expand it, we will see that there are lots, but there's one here called name underscore name underscore. There are lots, all those ones when we print them, you will see their corresponding outputs. But this string underscore name is set to underscore main. So that is why we got underscore main in our terminal. Let us break from this debugger and then move the breakpoint even from there. So that is it. So it checks what is the underscore name value of this in the special variables, and then it performs tasks based on what it is meant to do. So it is used to check whether the file is being run directly or it has been imported into another file, and then based on that it can behave itself in any way that the user wants. So let us quickly create some functions here. So let me define one that I'll call is main, meaning that the file is being run in itself. So here we will print I am being run directly from my original file. So I'm being run directly from my original file. That is when we are running it from this file. So, and we define another one called not main. That is to tell us that if it is not being run from here, so we're here to print, but this one will keep it in caps lock. So I have been imported here. So I've been imported here will be the one that will show if we imported somewhere. So we can come down and then declare if, oh, I forgot to turn off caps lock, if underscore name equal to underscore main underscore, then run this is main file, its main function. Let me minimize this one so that we get more space. Or let me even try and then bring it down a little. I hope you see. So if underscore name equal to underscore main, and if this file is being run directly, then execute the is main function. Else, that is if you have been imported somewhere, then execute the not main function. So let us try it now here and then run one and see. This I am being run directly from my original file. Okay, let us come into 2, and then here we will import 1. Then we will not do anything but we will just right click and then run 2. And then we see at the terminal I have been imported here. And to even understand it more, let us, after the printing, let us now print the main special variable that we printed, the name special variable that we printed a while ago. So I will also bring it here. So after it prints whatever it's supposed to print based on where it is, it should just also print the main file for us. So let's run this one. It says I'm being run directly from my original file. Of course, I ran the 1.py, and then the name special name variable is now main. And then let me come here and then run this one also. It says I've been imported here, and my name is 1. That means that is the name of the imported file. So based on where it is being called, we can do something. And so let us even take a more practical example. You know, here at Codebase, we try to explain things to the core. So let's say that we are this file here is a module that will do some excellent job somewhere. People are going to install it using pip install and use it for some things like something creative. So let's read a file. So we are reading from this file here, this test.txt. So let's define quickly read file, and then here, so with open, and we want to open, of course, let's convert it to a raw string to prevent anything. So we want to open something from test. It's not, oh no, files, sorry, files, and inside files we want to open the test.txt as file. So we open it as file. So, and then here we say where's equal to file, which is the file variable that we have assigned to the incoming file. Dot, I want read lines, or read will do in this case also. So, and then we print the content, that is, we are reading the content into the where's variable, then we print the content onto the terminal. So here we have declared this part explicitly. So where it depends on where this is not an absolute part, it's a relative part. So it will depend on the position of the file it is being called in. So what is happening here is it is relative to this 1.py file. So if I should change the position of 1.py, and then, or if I should change the position of even the test.py and put it in another folder, which is another level inside files, I have to change it here explicitly. But we will get to understand it better when we run it and see the errors that we will get. So instead of printing the name variable, let's record a read file. So let us run it now and see. Run 1, and then I am being run directly from our original file, and then Mary had a little lamb, of course, which is the content of the test.txt. So let us also go into 2 and then run it. Run 2. 2 is also saying I've been imported here, and of course it's able to read the file. And it's only able to read the file because 1 and 2 are in the same directory. Now let's do something else. Let us change the position of 2.py. So let's quickly create a new directory here, and then name it maybe others, and then put 2 inside others. I can just click and drag, and then I will change the position, and then I leave it here as the same. So it's still importing 1 anyway. So let me come back and run 1.py. I am being run directly from my original file, and then Mary had a little lamb. But with the code unchanged, I've changed the part in the position of 2.py. But let me come back and run 2.py. it is not printing the content of the file as we saw initially. We have an error. It does print that I have been imported here, which we know why it is doing so. But it's also saying that file not found error. It's not finding, there's no such file or directory files.test.txt relative to its position. So its position now being in the others directory, it cannot find it. So that is why the error has occurred. So our module now will face these kind of errors in case the person does not arrange it how we arrange it when we are creating it. So if we send this one to somebody, the original one to somebody, and the person mistakenly or intentionally even wants to arrange the files and puts them in different folders and then runs the file, everything gets into an error. So this is one of the ways that we can check it. So now we know that if it is imported somewhere and we are reading files, or we have to do some specific things that depends on the position or the path of the main file, or in this case our case is the 1.py, then there's that possibility that if certain of those things are not fulfilled, you run into error. So we can use the if underscore name equal to underscore main to check these things. So in this case, in our not main, we can say I have been imported here, and then we can also print I don't want to put it on the same line, so I'll print it. Okay, let me bring it here and say I've been imported here. I can't. Okay, that method I'm trying to use seems not to work, so no problem. Let me use \n. I where's my closing quote? I cannot find the file to read. So in this case, we have changed the behavior of our model depending on where it is located. So if it is located, if it's being run directly, read the file. If it not, tell the person that you are looking for some file, you cannot find it. Here we didn't get our error. It says I've been imported here. I cannot find the file to read. So depending on where it is being run, we are performing different tasks. And that was what I was explaining at the beginning of the video. So I hope you have understood this concept clearly. If there are still questions you want to ask, you can leave them down in the comment section. And then the Codebase family, somebody or myself will pop up and then give you the answer to the question. But if you also want to see more tips like this, be sure to like the video and then do well to subscribe and then turn on notifications in order not to miss any future tutorials and tips. So this will be the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next.